Hello, my name is Jennifer. I'm totally doing this off the cuff. No rehearsing, no editing, just me. Because mental health is not rehearsed as much as we wish it was. My name is Jennifer McCready. I am 47 years old. I am very blessed to own a business called Lady Luck Photography Studio, which was started back in March of 2011. We just celebrated 10 years. I say we, because to me, my clients are part of my business, and anybody like my beautiful and wonderful makeup artists that work with me, they are part of my team as well. I live in Ridgeway, Ontario, which is in Fort Erie, which is close to the Buffalo border. I have the most beautiful little town here. Being here has been a huge part of my mental health getting better. My mental health story. Well, where do we start? I have not been diagnosed yet, but I'm very confident that if when I do finally go and get diagnosed, I will be diagnosed with PTSD. From a young age, I was picked on, constantly told I was not enough by the kids in school because I was a little bit overweight. Which I think is what started the whole first discoveries of what mental health is. I don't really remember it being a strong factor in my life until I was in my middle 20s. When I started experiencing depression, and it so happened that I was working at a drugstore, and I had to take a few weeks off of work to just figure out what the heck was going on with myself. I'm going to pause this just to make sure my volume's okay. Okay, can't check it without stopping the video, so I'm just going to keep going and hope it works. I'm just holding a huge chunk of rose quartz right now. Something I'll talk about later. But I experienced the depression. I went off work for 3 weeks to take some personal time to figure out what the hell was going on with my brain. In the meantime, the owner of the store proceeded to tell the entire staff in the pharmacy that Jen was off because she had depression. So when I got back to work, I had multiple people, from, the people that legitimately care to the people who just were nosy. Are you okay? I heard you were off. Are you okay? I'm going to be very positive in this, but that was it was frustrating because that was not his thing to tell people. And now that would never fly. This was probably back, I don't know, 2008, 9. And then in 2012, I had an incident happen to me. That is what I believe gave me PTSD from that point on. The difference between what I was dealing with before with my mental health and dealing with what I believe to be PTSD, I never knew what anxiety was. And after the incident, my anxiety was through the roof. It was awful. How do we do these videos? How do I do this video and I include everything, right? So yeah. So going forward from there, trying to, long story short, this, I don't know where to keep going on because there's just so much. But what I want to say, and let's just jump forward to today, with this message and why I wanted to do this. And let me just say, it took me a long time to do this video because of my mental health. So I'm very thankful that you're patient with me. Mental health is a jerk. Doesn't always have to be. Mental health matters to me because being happy matters to me. Being able to be myself. And when I'm struggling with my mental health, I'm not myself. Mental health, a positive, good mental health to me means that you're able to be yourself, that you're able to breathe, that you're able to function like a human being. And, human being, well, it looks differently to all of us, but to me, it looks like the girl who's productive, who's kicking butt and taking names with her business, and who's, not letting all the stuff that you see on social media take her down, and, know that I'm enough. That's the big message. Since I was in school, I was always told I was never enough. So my message to my clients often is you're enough. So that's, again, this is tricky because there's so much I want to say. How do I define mental health for myself? That's when I am myself. That's when I'm allowed to be me. So the Jen you're talking to right now is different than the Jen that when I was first contacted about this thought, oh, I'm not good enough for this. No, why would they want to talk to me? And now I'm like, yeah, of course they want to talk to me. I'm that's what the whole purpose of my business is to inspire others, is to help people keep going. And it went from this pinup girl empire, which is awesome, which is what I wanted to do, is to help women build their confidence, to this photography studio that focuses on everything, but the main focus is body positivity and mental health, giving people an outlet to show who they are and celebrate who they are. Okay, next question. How do I care for my mental health today? Well, lately, this is a whole different world for me because I recently separated, 2-3 years ago, separated from my husband of 23 years. And I have a wonderful, supportive boyfriend, but I've chosen to live on my own and get to know who I am. So what mental health, how I care for my mental health today is taking care of myself, learning to be my own best friend. I have connected to meditation, to learning about my spirit guides, learning that crystals are so helpful, going for walks, connecting, learning how to be myself, learning how to love myself, because really it all stems back to when I was a kid and I was bullied and I was beaten up and always told that I was never good enough. So what I'm doing now to take care of my mental health, I'm meditating. I don't do it as much as I should, but I tell everybody to do it. I go for walks. There's so many things. I live a positive life. I try not to speak negatively. I surround myself with people who are good for me and good for my soul and good for my energy. I unfollow accounts on Facebook and Instagram that make me feel awful. And honest to God, I mean this, and I know it sounds like something I have to say because of my business and whatnot. My number one mental health thing that I do for myself is this business, is Lady Luck. Me helping others is my number one antidepressant. I also have a little green parrot who I did not know. I did not know I needed him until he came in my life. He's this small. He's eating his food, or I would bring him on camera. I think he's flying over. So he might be here anyway. But it's doing what makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. That is probably the number one thing I'd recommend. And getting spiritual and mindfulness is huge. Huge. Mindfulness is huge. We could talk about that for hours. What is the main mental health tip I have? Just that. Connect. Whether you believe in God, the universe, whatever your belief is, the bigger thing that's up there. And if you don't believe in anything up there bigger, then you just connect with yourself. But meditation, spirituality has saved my life. Other than this business, other than Lady Luck, spirituality has saved my life. Meditating, crystals, positivity, treating people how I want to be treated. The one other thing I do every day is I believe that you do good, you get good. And karma is real. So treat others with kindness. Treat yourself with kindness. Do good and you get good. Don't just do good to get good, but there's perks all around with that one. What would I share for an entrepreneur? Yeah. Okay. So about, 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I was asked to speak at Brock University at the women's conference that they have every year. And it was a panel of myself and other women who are entrepreneurs. And we spoke about how, we have mental health struggles, but look at us, we're rocking it, right? And I also spoke at the Gwen conference, is when I met you. And the one thing I would say is, you want to be an entrepreneur when you're struggling with mental health struggles. You want to be able to, when I worked for not only the pharmacy, but when I worked at a call center, and it caused me so much mental anguish to work, going to these places and whatnot, that I just, being on my own and doing my own thing. And it helps that my business is what it is helping others. Just know you can do it. I know there's going to be days when you don't think you can, because I still have them, but you just know you can do it. If you are doing a business that you love and you're doing it because of a good reason and you're helping others, hang in there. Put your blinders on. In the photography industry, there's a ton of us out there now. When I first started, it wasn't the same. Put your blinders on, do your thing, do what you feel is the best for yourself. What are the social factors okay, so with Facebook and Instagram, I honestly believe, and all the other social media platforms, I think it's giving a lot of people FOMO, fear of missing out. Also, seeing all these people sharing all these great things that are happening to them, but not everybody shares the negative side, which is what I'm working very hard with Lady Luck, is to not only show the happy days, but show when I'm struggling, because you want to, people want to know that they're not alone, right? How I've addressed the problems and the issues that come across with social media causing me to have mental health struggles is I put my flipping phone down. It's hard, especially when you're a business owner, but I put my phone down and I go do something. I go for a walk, I go to the beach, I do something. I connect with myself. I can't totally get off social media because of the business, and I turn off, I unfollow people that make me feel ugh. I, mute things and whatnot, mute people's posts if I have to. It's nothing personal. I just got to do what's best for me. Not everybody understands what that is, what that looks like. But yeah, between spirituality, meditating, crystals, honest to God, my number one tip is to do good. And you get good. Be a good person. Be a good person. Be kind. Treat people how you want to be treated. There is something up there watching us, whether, again, it's God, universe, whatever your belief is. There's something up there watching us. And if you do bad, if you do good, man, you won't believe the things that happen. It's incredible. So many amazing things happen every day. And friends of mine see it and they're like, what? I'm like, you can do it too. Again, there's so much more I want to say. It's so when it comes to mental health, just hang in there. Stay true to who you are. Put yourself first. Self-love is very important. Do what makes you happy. Make sure you spend time every day for yourself and with yourself. Surround yourself with good people, people that love you, people that feel good. And you know what? If you don't have many, quality versus quantity, baby. Man, if I had done this a few weeks ago, I was in bed, not moving. So you know what? It's okay if you have those days. What I tell people is, remember the last time you went through your heavy, heavy struggle. Remember the day you came out of it and how good it felt. So when you're struggling again, you think of that really good day that you had. And remember, you're going to get through it. And if you need to take medication, do it. Don't feel bad about it. If you go for therapy, do it. Take care of yourself. Do what makes you happy. And for me, it was getting a little bird that's in the other room talking to himself right now. But take it from a girl who has manifested her beautiful, huge wardrobe that we're sitting in for all of my clients to play in. I have a beautiful studio on the other side of this wall. I have my health, my happiness, my wealthiness. That's one thing I do every day as well. I tell myself my affirmations. I am happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy. 5 million times a day if I have to. Hang in there. And thank you very, 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 very much for this opportunity. Take care.